If you're not ready to be entertained, then we suggest close this video straight away. But if unexplained mysteries are your type of fun, you want to see some strange sky phenomenon on your screen, then hang with us, because in today's video, we're going to see the top 10 unexplained mysteries in the sky. Number 1 is UAP sightings. I missed the memo when the rebranding happened or for what reason, but UAPs are essentially just UFOs. So, following the latest developments in the U.S. where the Pentagon reported to Congress on the innumerable amount of sightings, we thought this should be first. Now, the internet is full of fake videos that are not worth your time, so we suggest you start going down this rabbit hole with USS Nimitz. Sadly, the Pentagon's report was rather vague, and the juiciest details were surely shared behind closed doors. But at least we got confirmation there are things that the U.S. government does not understand, and they will now put in more effort and understanding it. One thing that does not give us peace is the fact that straight away, everything is a security threat to the U.S. Not that we're against preparing for the worst, but maybe don't scare the public. Number 2 is the Gold Coast object. Moving forward from government confirmed to a very bored, I have too much time on my hands lady confirmed, Zoe Ann Bradley saw this, filmed this mysterious object soaring through the sky. And now, because Ms. Bradley is an absolute world-class expert on airplanes and flight physics, she completely disregarded not only suggestions from other people that those might just be light from the sun breaking that way through exhaust vapors, but also she didn't believe experts offering pretty much the same narrative. Ms. Bradley was so unconvinced that she remarked something about planes not flying in a downward direction while producing flames, and she hopes some good Samaritan or a real expert will give her a real answer. Probably something that would be as ridiculous as flat earth theories or, just covering her thirst for knowledge. So how you holding up so far? We hope you're still curious because you ain't seen nothing yet. And if you subscribe and leave a comment that says, I subscribed, I'll personally reply to your comment. So come on, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Number 3 is earthquake lights. Now, this is not what you think. The sky's not falling. This phenomenon is extremely interesting considering it might actually be an explanation for many a UFO sighting. Apparently, very large earthquakes are capable of creating light? Yeah? Well, at least according to part of the scientific community. And apparently this phenomenon was known throughout history, but it was naturally incredibly hard to document it without proper cameras, especially going back to 869 AD Japan. But now scientists get more and more proof following these earthquakes that are at least a 5.5 on a Richter scale, and they classify them as 1. Global formations flying above where the earthquake is about to happen, or 2. Lights that look like the aurora borealis but white or blue rather than green. Currently, it's absolutely unclear as to why this happens, but there's 2 ideas. 1. Chemical reaction with dolomite that becomes ionized in the air. And 2, the principle of piezoelectricity. Sadly, they're just ideas and not confirmed. Number 4 is China's red lights. No, not the district, you little pervert you. We know where you went. Anyway, this is one of the most recent news, and it just happened a few weeks ago. So what happened is a very red sky in the night. Creepy indeed, but creepier is the response of the CCP. According to them, it was just light bouncing off and dispersing, and the culprit, you might ask? Fishermen. It's those damn evil fishermen. They're up to no good with their hooks and nets, always trying to catch something, Seriously, though, we're pretty sure this one is legit. It's either that or maybe massive solar activity, according to Japanese scientists. Then again, what if they're just burning down cities to achieve the zero COVID policy? Well, we have made it to the middle of the video, and now is the perfect time to remind you to check our channel. Now, if it's not now, we don't know when it is, but it's now. Don't think about it. So go check out our other videos after this one's done and give yourself some hours of pure entertainment and information, because there's so many top 10s you are simply going to adore. Now let's continue. Number 5 is the Hessdalen Lights. These incredible lights are one of the strangest things you might come across. At this time, we have no idea where the Hessdalen Lights come from, what causes them, or where to start properly looking for answers. While scientists are looking into it, realistically, they came up with a hypothesis, but nothing is yet confirmed. So what are those hypotheses for these lights that have no discernible pattern? Well, some say they're just people misunderstanding what they see and just view astronomical bodies or mirages. Some think it's a combination of different chemical elements present in the area. Others, though, will, of course, attribute it to aliens. We, on the other hand, subscribe more to the scientific idea of either ionization of air or piezoelectricity, which we've already covered. It still remains a mystery, though, and if you fancy yourself a scientist, this might be your great input and achievement if you can solve it. Number 6. Wormhole Clouds. These alien-looking clouds that span lengths of up to 1,000 kilometers are not exactly a great mystery, but you have to consider that most people have never seen or never will see anything like this in their lifetime. You might wonder why. Well, they can only be seen in Australia. So the mystery part here is that once again, we have no idea why they're formed, only they're a natural occurrence. We also have a hypothesis on how they're formed, which is that they need a very specific set of conditions. Increase in pressure, drop in temperature, wind from the sea. And not only are these clouds weird looking, they act weird. Imagine clouds flying at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Now, if you have any idea on even where to look forward, drop us a message so we can actually learn something. And please, these are not aliens. The Aussies call them morning glory clouds. Number 7 is lights in the sky. Is Mark Zuckerberg a reptilian? Is Elon Musk an alien? Of course not. But some people apparently think that Elon Musk's Starlink satellites are aliens. Back in mid-April, people from northeast Wisconsin started calling in news sources screaming, "Aliens!" saying they saw strange streaks of white light in the night sky. Naturally, public hysteria aside, everything has a rational explanation, which, as mentioned before, were recently launched SpaceX satellites, which will eventually offer broadband to anyone and anywhere in the world. So no real mystery here other than the fact that people think everything they see is an alien. That and the cost of the Starlink project. At least the Sentinelese will finally get internet on their island. I'm sure they'll be extremely happy. Well, we've made it to the top 3. Are you excited to see if we kept the best for last? My friends, you know we did. We most certainly and definitely did. Enjoy the best of the mysteries that are happening up there. Number 8, the city in the sky. No, not that one, not Columbia from BioShock Infinite. As cool as it would be to have floating cities all over, but we're not entirely sure that would work well with all the air traffic we have. Or that a floating city would somehow manage to escape everyone's detection. Well, some Chinese people think that still might be a thing. Have a look at this. If not a blatant fake, which is what it actually looks like, this phenomenon could be what's called a fata morgana, or a mirage for us dum-dums. Now, as we said, while the floating city looks impressive, it's most probably a fake, but you can actually find unimaginable multitudes and even experience fata morganas yourself. Chances are, if you go to a beach that has a lot of ship traffic in the distance, you might come across floating ships, which is where we think the Flying Dutchman legend came from. World's full of wonderful, mysterious things. No need to subscribe to any conspiracy theories. Number 9, the 2 moons. Now, unless you think you somehow managed to teleport yourself and Dubai into Tamariel from the Elder Scrolls, chances are you will not have the wonderful experience of seeing 2 moons in your night sky, or if you happen to be in Dubai in February 2021. Countless people have noticed, taken photos and videos of this crazy phenomenon where 2 weird and bright stone-like objects appeared in the night sky. And of course, an influx of conspiracy theories and people screaming, "Alien," have come into play. Reality, however, once again, is far more interesting. These were the 2 moons of Mars, Deimos and Phobos, and they were put up there to create awareness for the HOPE probe mission that the UAE government is pushing. The only mystery here is how could projections in the sky fool that many people, and how did a campaign come about with a huge chunk of the population not knowing about it? Number 10, planetary alignment. touching grass and grounding ourselves, we'd like to finish on something so rare and magnificent, yet shrouded with such mysticism that it impacted multiple cultures throughout all of human history for millennia. Planetary alignments were something all civilizations of the earth would watch and follow. From Egypt to ancient Greece to the Aztecs and the Mayans, you might even understand how mysterious real life is when you understand that the pyramids of Giza align with Mercury, Venus, and Saturn back in 2012. That happens once every 2,737 years. So never even dare to think that our ancestors were idiots. While they naturally had completely different ideas about these phenomena and interpreted them in a way that would be strange to us today, you have to understand that there are less advanced human beings now that scream flat Earth when people back then already knew the Earth was not flat. In any case, if you desire to experience a great planetary alignment of Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, and the Moon, make sure you live until 2040 and find a nice spot where you can actually see it. And there you have it for today. These were the top 10 unexplained mysteries caught in the sky. And now it's time to hear from you. Which one intrigued you the most and why? Let us know in the comments. And if you haven't already, go right ahead and subscribe to the channel with your notifications on and give this video a big thumbs up. We'll see you next time.